Because of your decisions, you went back to Berlin in 1970 to 74 as commander at Tempelhof. You helped me find a job at Tempelhof with Pan American and then as secretary with civil engineering on the Air Force side. Working in those places, sometimes I got to ride to work with you in the Mercedes. Mostly I rode the subway. You also helped me begin studies at the Berlin Hochschule für Musik, where I studied piano with a wonderful piano professor. Many of the civilians who worked with me at Tempelhof told me about experiences they had had in the war and how much they appreciated Dad and others who helped them during the blockade and the airlift. Dad and Mom handled the social and work pressures so smoothly with resilience. The big and obvious things for me in Berlin during those years are, of course, having had the wonderful experience of studying music and piano and going to the many wonderful concerts there and learning German at the Goethe Institute. You helped me arrange these opportunities. The many trips we took have shaped my life and my interests. The people, my jobs, the experiences, the food, the parties, the activities, the smells, the sights, the subway are all things that have made their mark on my life. When we all found ourselves back in Berlin in 1989 together to celebrate the end of the Berlin airlift, we just could hardly imagine that so much time had gone by. Because of your decisions, we have been respected by people we have never met, immediately taken in and included in wonderful festival activities and ceremonies. All of these things I had nothing to do with, but just came to me as part of my heritage. Much of my life I have drunk from wells I have not dug myself. Your travels have never stopped to Berlin and back at the invitation of many groups. Often, especially in later years, one or two of us were able to go with you. You visited many schools, conferences, symposiums, ceremonies, celebrations, to share your story of dropping candy parachutes to children. More than that, you share a message of hope and goodness to all people. I love to look into the faces of these children and see their rapt attention and delight. I love to look into the faces of teenagers to see their true nature shining out toward you. I love to look into the faces of those who experienced Operation Little Vittles firsthand. You have a way of bringing out the best in every person you meet. For my dad, with a huge heart and adventuresome spirit, I wish you a wonderful 100th birthday. You are like the prophet Mormon, who was a leader at a young age, who looked after his son, Moroni, and who never wavered in his efforts for freedom and for the good in the world he knew. I thank my God for the great privilege of being a daughter of Gail and Alta Halverson.